Okay. Hey. Let's see if it'll let me add you, hon. One moment. All right. Hey, bud.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. And yourself?
I can't hear you. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I hear you. I hear you. How you doing?
Not too bad. Not too bad. And yourself?
I'm doing fine. I ain't think I don't be the first one on here, but let's go. We wait on everybody to tap in. What's going on, everybody?
Oh, yeah. Well, normally I try to get on anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes before we start just to see if there's like any audio visual issues that any of us
Right.
have.
Get everything good test run. I see Caleb. I think Caleb been here too.
Oh, yeah. Let's see if it's going to
Man,
let him.
I've been excited for the last few weeks.
You've been what now?
I've been excited for the last couple of weeks. Like I'm nervous, like for real.
Why are you nervous? Don't be
I don't
nervous.
know. I'm
Us.
normally the one. I'm normally the one that got somebody behind my camera. Now I'm behind the camera tonight by y'all.
Don't be scared.
Yeah.
We won't
All right,
fight
we gonna get.
hard. I promise.
When you talk dogs, you get comfortable with it.
Oh,
Like we had Caleb on the live the other week, and we got to talking dogs. And man, we had a good long conversation the other morning, just talking dogs. Man,
oh yeah.
it's just something that you can just talk forever talking about dogs.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like it's one of those things that like, I mean, he every once in a while like he'll call me to, throw some stuff off
Yo,
the backboard and we
yo,
end up
what's up
talking for like an
with it?
hour and a half. I'm like, oh my God, where's the time gone?
Hey, that's how it is when you talking dogs.
Mhm.
Like I don't care who you talking to, where they from. You get to talking dog, you'll forget the track. You'll lose track of time.
Yep. Oh yeah, for sure.
I heard Brother
Hildrey,
got
what
me
up,
a new
man?
notepad too. What's up with it, bro? I
Hey, I
had
think
to
y'all
go
were
get
saying I was
prepared today.
long-winded. Is that what y'all were just saying,
No,
Amanda?
no, no, not just you.
I'm just
Everybody. When we get to talking dogs, and you really got a passion for these dogs, you can just talk forever with
Oh,
these dogs,
absolutely,
man, for real.
absolutely. I know. I'm just playing because me and Amanda, we will get wrapped up. We'll call about something specific, and then we'll be like, "You see this?" And then it's just talk. It's dog talk,
Yeah,
and how we were
for
on your
real.
live, and how we are on these lives, tonight. Like it's dog talk. Man, we go way,
We
sometimes
for
way
sure.
past.
I had to really go get prepared. I went out to Walmart and got me a new notepad. We got us a new notepad. We got a better notepad. So I've been complaining about my old notepad. Went through like 2 tablets already. I'm like, I got to get something that's going to be strong, that my pages are going to stay there. Because you get to writing your new tablet and you start losing pages, you start getting upset. Like, I'm taking these notes for a reason, to keep up with this information.
Yeah,
So I think I finally found me a good one, y'all.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, hey, there were some people excited about this week's live. We'll give it a couple more minutes. Kind of small talk until that. But man, a lot of people hit me up this week, and they were saying they're going to tune in this week. So they were Hildrey, they were definitely excited to tune in for tonight's live, man.
Mhm.
Marco, what's going on? How you doing,
What's
bro?
up, man?
Man, we just cooling, man. Man, gracious to be here, man. So, man, we
That'd be
appreciate
sure.
the opportunity with you guys, man, to be on the
Firing
Bully
on the
Talk,
live.
man, and talk some dogs with you guys, man.
That's what we're here
Absolutely.
for. This is what we do. We wake up like
Yep.
this, I promise. Well, maybe not
Read one.
Caleb. Maybe not Caleb. He doesn't probably wake up like that.
What's that?
Anything
Oh,
out of the dog.
I've got a female in heat around here, so y'all already know what's up.
Oh, bless
My
you.
male pressure. Give him a little water, baby, will you? He's fired up.
He's having,
And
Oh
Caleb,
yeah,
I
man.
got
the
a bone to
pressure's
pick with
up.
you, young man.
We
Never
done did
has he thrown
it.
up before until you said something, and now he has most certainly thrown up about getting too excited.
They work
Hey,
themselves up to a degree where it's just like you're kind of like really worried about their overall health. You're like, bro, I'm going to need you to rein it in because either your heart's going to explode, you're going to barf, and you're going to aspirate. I just don't have the vet money. In the words of Chris James, you better not.
hey,
My budget
hey,
for you, dog,
they
is you better
will.
not.
One step
They
away.
will. They will, I promise you. It seems like they will stop, but you got dogs and they get excited about things, man. They will not stop. They will
They're the
not
worst.
stop.
They're the worst.
Yes.
They will not stop.
So
They have.
something I got this one toy, and I could have let them take it and demolish it like every other toy by now.
Yeah.
But there's something exotic about this particular toy to them where they act so bizarre. It's like cats with catnip. I mean, this toy makes them act so
Bonkers.
strange. And so I just let them have it for a couple minutes and then I pull it away. But
Take it away.
it's a stretched out long rubber chicken.
Oh yeah, I've seen
What's
one
it?
of those. And Tractor Supply.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it makes noise in and out.
Yeah. Oh my
And
God,
they
those things.
just
Have you ever put 12 in a cart and just push on and just like let
oh
it?
look,
It's an
every
orchestra.
one
It's
of
amazing.
them will pin it to the ground with their nose and like all simultaneously noses at once. They just take it around the room, and it's very strange.
Such a proud moment.
Dogs are
Such
weird,
a proud
man.
They are.
Hey, these dogs really have personalities.
Yes.
They crazy, man. It's crazy the peculiar things you'll see with these dogs. It'd be like, really? Like they all have their own
They
personality.
do, man.
Mhm.
They really
Oh
do.
There's
my, yeah. All my dogs are nothing alike. Not one of them. Like every once in a while there'll be a similarity, but I think it's because they picked up on it from the other dog, just as a habit. But for the most part, they are absolutely nothing alike.
Can
Yeah.
Their
y'all relate to
demeanor.
this? The only thing they do the same is pick up the same bad habits.
Correct.
Let
Yes.
one of them
Right.
learn
That's
how
what
to
I mean.
dig in the backyard, they'll all be digging holes, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But
But
Yes.
I I gotta say, they man, I really think I got some of the world's coolest
yeah.
dogs. I promise you, they don't dig. I just knew when I built my fencing area, I knew I was gonna have to probably try to put some spikes or something around the bottom to keep it from being pushed out. But they never even attempt to try to get out, try to escape. They never
Yeah.
have. So I'm just gonna sit back and see how
They,
long,
Uh,
But they
hey,
never.
don't change something that ain't broken.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they very cool, they very chill. I just love their demeanors, man. I
I
just love their
completely
demeanor.
understand that. But hey, before we go too deep into it, hey, to announce tonight's live guest, without further ado, Mr. Hildrey Glover, 133 Kennels out of Mississippi. He does lives Monday through Thursday. Tune in, I think 9 a.m., correct?
Yep, that's correct.
9 a.m., man. He's talking a lot of dog every day, Monday through Thursday. It's some really, really good information that's being passed. And yeah, so hey, introduce yourself, Hildrey. Tell us about yourself, how you got into dogs, and man, let's kick it off.
Man, as everybody know, I'm Hildrey Glover. 133 Kennels is my something that I started dealing with these dogs, man. I got into dogs. I always had a dog in my life growing up, pretty much.
yeah.
I never had registered dogs. I always had maybe a mud or stray that I just fed and he
Yeah.
became mine, a pit bull here and there.
They adopted you.
But one, right. But one day my cousin came home. He had bought a bully. He had bought a standard class bully. He was beautiful. And I was like, man, how much you pay for this dog? He was like, man, I paid $2,500 for this dog. And I was like, man, you are the craziest person I've ever seen. $2,500. He was like, yeah. And he was serious, and not only that, he sent his dog to training school. He got good obedience trained and everything. And I had a pit bull in the backyard, a female, and he had a male also. My intention was, I'm gonna breed this dog in the future. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how I started. I bred this dog, and I got a litter, and I ended up selling all the puppies. And when during the midst of that, I started learning, and I started watching. I'm not gonna lie, I started watching. There was this guy named Tyrone House here in Mississippi. He was selling dogs, and he was selling. He was the man at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was looking. I'm like, man, wow, he really doing this. And so I started taking it more and more serious, and here I am, 7, 8 years later.
Yeah. Man, I love it. I love how you started and where you are and how open you are with it, because you started with hey, a lot of people start with game dogs, game-eared dogs, but then you transition into bullier dogs, and now, man, it shows you're doing very well. Your dogs are good.
Man, it's not an easy road, and I don't want nobody to think, well, he just did this. It's a lot of hard work, sweat, and tears. You know what I'm saying? Studying, learning. This is it's a craft. You know what I'm saying? Like, you may have a guy over here, he may do body work, he may paint cars, but, you know what I'm saying? But you have to learn your craft. And to be a great dog breeder, there are multiple different things that need to be learned, you know what I'm saying, along the way of becoming a great dog breeder, or even just a good dog breeder at that.
Yeah. A consistent good dog breeder.
Right.
I'm sorry, they're fine. But yeah, litters, litters happen from time to time that are phenomenon litters. But yeah, to be a good, consistent breeder, absolutely. The time's got to be put in, the knowledge and the understanding of your dog, how the blood develops, things like that, and the outcrosses and what it crosses with.
Right. And my biggest thing, I think the biggest thing is to know from each and every breeder is you got to know where you started from, because everybody starts from a different level. I don't care. That's why the most important thing is to not to be looking beside you trying to see what they're doing. Just look and see what you're doing, because you might not be at the place where they are to be doing what they're doing in their program. You know what I'm saying? So you have to give yourself an honest assessment. Okay, I'm here in my program. I don't care about how many dogs I done produce, but you got to know where you are in your program, in your breeding, honestly, not just to say, hey, I'm good, but you got to be honestly, are the productions coming along the way they should be at this point in your career? Are you ecstatic about the production, or are you still like, well, I could do a little better, but I'm just gonna hype it up like I'm doing great? You got to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, being and because it definitely boils down to, like, are you kennel blind? Like, and you've got to be honest with yourself and be like,
Objective is the word, ain't it, Amanda?
Huh?
I said objective is the word.
Yeah.
It is.
But gotta be able to look at what you got, man. What you don't got.
Tomato, tomato, baby.
To be
Tomato,
able
tomato.
to do it, man. And you got to be able to take constructive criticism without thinking he means harm. Because he told you something truthful, he wants to see you be able to fix it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Be aware of what you have and know how to go about fixing these things. You know what I'm saying? Not just trying to tear you down, but they're actually trying to help you, you know what I'm saying, better your program, because you can stay breeding 2 flawed dogs with the same flaws forever, or just breeding to your buddy's dog just because he have a dog over here. But that's not the best dog to get you the best results for your breeding, because you don't know this type of information yet. But if somebody come along and tell you, you still have to have an open mind to be willing to be aided and assisted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to aid and assist anybody that's not willing to be aided and assisted. Well, I say, oh, hell with it. He'll figure it out. But if you got an open mindset, you know what I'm saying? You have an open mindset to listen. Y'all can have a discussion, and then you can learn there's actual facts behind what he's saying, not him just trying to tear you down.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. A lot of people have the tendency to get a bit defensive because they think that you're talking down instead of trying to give them like tidbits. And so people try to, I know that whenever I'm trying to talk to somebody, I'm just like, hey, can I give you a word of advice? Because you're doing great so far. But I'm kind of like, I really want to see you, do well. So can I offer you some advice? And that way it's 100% their decision if I keep talking.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, but you got some that, like me, I promise you, I got some rough skin. So you can give it to me rough. Now you have some other people that skin is not that rough that you got to make it palatable for them to be able to digest it. If not, they're going to speed it all back up, and it's not, you wasted your time, you wasted the effort. You know what I'm saying? And that's just reality.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? So just like going live and with the platform, I've learned so much in the last couple of years just with people. Like, different people can take different things. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be aware of that and know how to maybe try to give people things that's a more palatable way so they can digest it. And that's at the end of the day, digest the information. Because if you spin it back up, you're not learning anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I've had to learn that, and I've been learning along the way, but it's been fun. I can say that it has been fun.
Hey, absolutely. And I love that. And that's the importance of being able to take criticism, but also the importance of a mentor, because they can really, fine tune how you're doing things. And, really, hey, when you come over here, the respect is there. So you automatically listen because, Hildrey, I hear you. And in today's world, there's a lot of people that, you have to ask, even if they say, what do you think of my dog? Are you sure you'll answer? Like, because man, I'll be blocked on Facebook. No one, they'll stop watching the live. Man, it's crazy.
Hey, I promise you, I've had all those scenarios have blocked, stop watching, and all this. But this is just how I got it. I'm not gonna lie. My first dog, World, I had show ring potential. I had all my hopes and aspirations up for him. He was clean, correct dog. I sent him to Neelan fam down here in Louisiana. Neelan had never shown a Merle. She told me that she's never had been into Merles. But she seen my dog on the video. She told me that he had potential. I jumped in the car and I pulled up on her. And when I pulled up on her, she fell in love with World. So that blew me out of, okay, I got good potential dog, a nice structured dog. And she got him, and she started doing the thing, but she was completely honest with the assessment that she gave of my dog.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And after him, it has been some more dogs that I took down there that didn't cut the mustard, and she just flat out told me, like, this is gonna be a waste of time, the waste of your money. Don't even go out there with it. You know what I'm saying? Just like she also did an assessment of Champ Mr. Big before he even went to the ring. You know what I'm saying? I wanted at the show on March the 30th, I wanted her to see a couple of my dogs. And she looked at both of them, gave me one honest assessment about one. He didn't have it. The other one, Mr. Big, she said he has. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, this is the dog we're going to roll with. Went out there, Mr. Big champed out. But at the end of the day, I respected her honest opinion. Because sometimes we see things that we don't like. At this time in the game, there are flaws that are passable, and there are flaws that are not. So at this point, I need to know is what is good, what is not good. What's your opinion of this and that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I needed that extra, you know what I'm saying, education, that extra eyes to look and help me see things that I really can't see all the way yet.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what she was to me. But it has to be honest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, and make sure that everyone's clear too. Like, Corey, I love what you're putting in the comments. Like, be very picky with your mentors. Absolutely. Like, make sure that the intention is pure, that you're not just a selling tool, you're not just a pyramid scheme. There's a lot of people that, people new in the game, they want to, kind of, and then Jerry James, I saw that he put it earlier too, you've got to be willing to accept the lessons that are being learned from mentors. So, there's more mentors out there than I think we give actually credit to, but a lot of people aren't willing to accept it. And that goes back to the constructive criticism too.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to touch on that.
True.
I'm just reading the comments. So I just want to make sure that your voice is heard.
Yeah.
But yes, I completely agree with both of what you said.
I want to hit on that too, because sometimes you have people that you think they're mentoring you, but you ending up staying in their yard buying different stuff from them.
Yeah.
If they can't lead you to better, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's the purpose. If you in a real position for this and we can be helpful to each other, I want to see you on this level of success that we can come back together.
Mm-hmm.
I can use this, you can use this. We're that powerful. Not just you got all my old stuff and you know what I'm saying? No,
Yeah. I'm
my
moving on
yard is
without you.
not the best. Yeah, my yard is not the best yard. So don't just continue to just spend your money over here. It's some more stuff out here that you need to tap into.
Well,
You
like
know
you
what I'm
said,
saying?
best not to compare yourself to anybody else. Everybody's in their own lane, in their own program. I'm trying to learn what I can from whoever I can and better what I got going on. But I'm competing in the ring, but I'm not necessarily competing against any other program. I'm just trying to better mine.
Right.
And on the mentor thing, I also think another valid aspect of it is, a mentor is a good thing, but me and some of these guys have a really beautiful thing, man, where, we got a group of guys that none of us really mentoring each other, but we all kind of are. And we all bouncing ideas around, and guys and girls,
Yeah.
Amanda, and
Sounding
bouncing
boards.
ideas around and, talking over, ideas for our dogs and
Breeding.
breedings
Yes.
and
Absolutely.
pedigrees
Mm-hmm.
and genetics and all that. So I
And
think
see,
having an inner
that's
circle for that is a valuable thing too,
Absolutely.
maybe even more valuable.
it's very, very valuable if you got it and y'all got it and it's a real true circle,
Yeah.
because some things that you don't think about, Amanda may think about, Mike.
That's right.
And it might be a certain situation that y'all got pretty much 66% of this thing knocked out. But here it is, Caleb come with another 33rd that y'all didn't even think about.
Exactly. You know what
saying?
that's called? It's
So,
called the bully community that needs to come together and become a community. We say
Mm-hmm.
the word, but what we're
but
talking
don't
Yeah.
mean
about,
it.
it's not taking place. But, that's why we do lives like this. Hildrey, that's why you do lives like
That's right.
yours.
Mm-hmm.
Right, my
Reach one,
brother.
teach one. And I love it because we're bouncing ideas. But that's the community that's supposed to take place. All the hate, like, we're talking about, Mike, I love what you hit on, that you're not competing.
Right.
Exactly. We should be
Yep.
collaborating because
That's
we're
right.
all going to
Yeah.
eat. Like, just,
Right.
man, and it's not, and eat's a different word taken different ways. Like, whatever you want to do for your program, someone can better your program off your yard. The blood, let your blood breathe, line breathing, whatever it is.
Yeah.
We can all
Right.
better each other if we all work together. So the
That's right.
community, let's quit saying the word and let's start actually doing it.
That's right. And
I mean,
that's what I feel like we do. I mean, I've bounced ideas around, all of our ideas around with each other. We've all done well, and then we've all got in the ring and gave it hell against each
Yes.
other and high-fived at the end of the day. I mean,
that,
I at the same time I'm trying to beat you. If you win, I'm so happy for you.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
because it dogs, period. I don't care what breed of dog,
Mm-hmm.
where what registry,
It'll never
has
matter.
always been a gentleman's sport.
That's right.
Yes.
Always been a gentleman's
Mm-hmm.
sport. You know what I'm saying?
There
At
is
the
such a thing
end of
as
the day, it's a
sportsmanlike
gentleman.
conduct.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Flag.
But
Yeah.
at the
If there
end
was
of the day,
flags,
yeah,
You're like, who threw the
it be
hanky?
flags on the
red
play,
card.
flags on the field. But you know what I'm saying?
One
But
more time, sir.
at the end of the day, majority of the time, it's always a gentleman's sport.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody, they love their dog, they come to win, they come to lose. Like, I want to lose with the same dignity and pride as I win with.
There we go.
I
Right.
know I went out there and won, especially this year. I know I went out there and won and beat some people. I could have been like, I told your ass I was gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I never did. I never called their name out and like, hey, we did this and we did that. What you know? We won at a show. We did well. We champed our dog. That's the motivation.
Yeah.
I hope you take this as motivation too, to learn how to win with dignity. And because I lost too. Shit, Mr. Big laid down 3 times in one show. You know what I'm saying? Not the end of the fucking
Rude.
world for me, you know what I'm saying? But it happens, you know what I'm saying? That same pride that I won with, I lost with that same pride. You know what I'm saying? So we got to always know anything can happen. It's out of our control. These are dogs. They're not robots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, these are
They have
living,
their own
breathing
minds. They
things.
have their own feelings.
That's like
Oh yeah.
that's like Big Genesis, man. At Nationals, he got so excited, man. Like he's I got a dog
Big
pressure
dog.
too, and there are 2 dogs that I know for sure that there'll be 30 dogs in the ring, and they're the only 2 wagging their tails. Like they just
It's happy to be there,
they
man.
love it, and the more
Oh man.
tension in the air, the more excited they get. Man, they'll be wound up, and at Nationals, you couldn't keep Genesis' feet on the ground. He's trying to jump and everything.
Well,
He's
I
fired
know,
up.
man.
now
But
he's flying,
at the
he's
end of the
floating, he's so
day,
excited.
that's what you love in your
Yeah.
dog.
Yes,
You want your dog to be
exactly.
happy.
I want
Like
you to want to be
whenever
here,
listen,
yeah. Mhm.
like with my situation, Mr. Big laid down. If you look at any of the video of Mr. Big laid down, his ass in there, that tail wagging, like, you know what I'm saying? He happy as fuck, he playing. So I can't be mad at my dog for
That's
being a dog.
right.
Because they're dogs at the end of the day. People act like they forget that. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? These are dogs. These are pets. You know what I'm saying? So if he do something that it's frowned upon today, oh well, that's it. I still love him.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I still love him. He's still coming home. He's still getting a good meal and rubbed on
Oh
and
yeah.
all of that. You know
Shout
what I'm
out
Yes.
saying?
to
Regardless
Mr.
if we,
Bean, the truth.
Yeah.
you know,
Yes.
so man, love your dog, man, and don't take it so serious, man.
That's right.
Exactly.
Really,
I
what's
love
going on?
that. Hey, Jonathan Foster posted something today, and I love what he put because it was, a debate, and it's always seems like it's a debate on a board. And he
Yeah.
put needs to be a pet first. Like that should be the goal. We should,
Is what?
and then after a pet, like a loved pet,
Yes.
and then after that,
Let's stop
then let's start
the
looking
foster all the
at
way.
but I just love it because then he's talking about, a show dog and then talking about performance and things like that. And if you don't, he's producing these dogs that are grand champion in UKC, AKC, American Bullies. He is leading a movement, participating in a movement, but he's one of the leaders into a direction that really needs to go in the American Bully history. So Jonathan Foster, y'all check him out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna have to check
I've
him
already
out.
tagged
I'm gonna have to
him so
check him
that
out.
way you can use his name as your method to find him. Nate said something a second ago that kind of just resonated. So I wanted to make sure that he got recognized for saying this. He said, if you don't want the next man to win like you're not a real mentor or a leader. A real
Right.
a real motherfucker wants his or her circle to win too. And I agree with that 100%. And I can honestly say that, he is one of the several, and I've been incredibly blessed to have so many positive people that literally anytime that they've helped me, it has not been in
Right.
self-interest. It has literally been
Right.
they want to see me do better. And
Exactly.
he was one of them. Like he picked my dog out of a crowd because he knows his sire. And like at that moment, like he watched me that day at the show and, gave me some pointers, and he's made banners for me, so it's just one of those things that it's nothing but luck.
You,
And
yeah.
Tori and Vicky, same thing. Like I met them before I even ended up having a dog from their program. But like even before then, all they wanted was to see me win with Adonis in the ring. Like so they helped me develop his confidence. And it's just one of those things where I didn't at that juncture, I wasn't incredibly familiar with them, and that never mattered. It never mattered. And now we're bonded for
Right.
life.
Because
It's
you
stuck with
can
me.
meet people in the dog community today and they'll be here with you for a long time. You know what I'm saying? It's just the love of dog that people have and that brings us together. That will make this community so fun.
Yeah.
That we all bonded over the same thing.
That's
That was dog.
Exactly. And then with mentors, like what you're talking about, pick up on people's tendencies. Like you're talking, people were nice and had your best interest as a stranger. They're good. Pick up on logic.
Yeah.
So, talking about picking mentors wisely, man, if someone, every time they're answering the phone, they got something to sell you or something, like, obviously they're not a mentor. So we're talking about pick wisely, use some logic too, really just see, you can kind of understand, you can kind of read people that, there's snakes, and then there's, people that are, pulling, so just really just look at that.
Nothing's more attractive from breeder to breeder than that raw selflessness, man, where it's like, I'm not holding nothing back, man. You got any questions?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
I got you, bro. You don't understand something? I got you. You need help trying to lace up these two dogs and see how they fit? I got you. I mean, I don't need to. My wife coined this. I got to give her flowers for it. But you shouldn't have to block someone's light to let yours shine.
Yes.
I don't have to hate on you to make myself look good. I got my own thing going on. And so I hope you do the best you can. And if I can help you, I will, if you let me.
Because if our two lights shine together, it's a bigger light.
It's
we
a
don't got
bigger
a dim,
light.
baby. We don't got a
It's
dim.
a bigger light. That's just like I saw Miss Mary. I don't know if y'all know Miss Mary Doretta. She has a champ, Mr. Big brother, and his name is Beast Boy. He's in BRC Global. He's more than halfway to champion right now. I think I'd be more excited than she do. You know what I'm saying? With him winning to, you know what I'm saying, to get to this goal. You know what I'm saying? And not only her, we also force and bless that there's another brother named Got It owned by Deshaun Bush.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm pushing him and Motor Man, get this dog out there. You know what I'm saying? He has it. You know what I'm saying? And really like to see him go too. You know what I'm saying? So to see your production, to see people get your production, and they go out here and they go to shows and they start to champ. And actually, if you see 2 or 3 of your production champ, that's a feeling I haven't had.
Yeah.
That's a feeling that's a goal that I'm dying to reach at the same time too. So like it's different things that you aspire for in the bullet community. Some things are next level things. Like it can't be frowned upon regardless. I don't care who you are. If you got a litter, you champ a dog, that's great. You champ 2 dogs, that's even better. If you champ 3 off 1 litter, man, that's pretty darn good. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? These were goals that I wasn't aspired to do until I got into the situation where, man, like, look at LeBron. Everybody be so mad, but why retire? I got to get 40. If I can get it, I got to get 40,000 points.
Yeah.
11,000. You know what I'm saying? If I can get it, if I can reach it, I want to obtain it. So that's the reality. Anybody should have that type of drive and push for what they want.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, and funny thing is, somebody had asked a question a while back. Might have been Corey. He was asking how long you've been in the game, Mr. Glover, before you had a litter that you felt kind of set you on the map.
Well, I can't. It's hard for me to say that because at the end of the day, I produce World really early in my program, and I'll be honest with everybody. World is he was a tool along the way because he wasn't a dog that really in a breeder's mindset this early in my breeding. Will I keep a stud right now? I'm not in the position to keep a stud in my program. But World came out and he really pushed me. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've never stacked a dog. I never had went to a dog show until I got World. I'm talking about until I produced World, and World was 5 weeks old, stacking by itself in front of the mirror. I'm sitting on the floor like, and I'm just blown away.
How long ago was this? When was this, Hildrey?
This was in World is 4. World will be 4 in December. World will be 4 in December. So World really pushed and motivated me because it was just in his DNA. His daddy was a grand champ, ABKC, BRC Global, but it was just in DNA. It wasn't me. I got to be honest and say that right now. It wasn't
Yeah.
me. It was him. You know what I'm saying? That what makes him just a different dog here, and he was well balanced. He fit the standard to the T. Just lacking the mass for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he went to shows. He won a lot of shows. I had him in the pocket class, and he won a lot of first place with no majors. We did a lot of running through the South with him. He did good, but never got over the hump. So I just pulled him. But in the midst of that run, World almost has 50 plus breeding that he's done. He got almost 50 lock-ins.
50
You know what I'm saying? So,
breedings.
almost 50, like 47.
Damn.
So he went crazy. He went crazy. So to say that, I can't say it took me to, but for my quality of dog, I would say that because I still knew what I was looking for.
Mhm.
Even though everybody loved World, I think it was the timing. I think it was the Merle, the tri-Merle effect coming in at the same time, more than it was he's clean and correct. Because he is clean and correct, I don't care. But he's, for a bully, for my standard, I like more mass. I like more weight.
Well, I like the
but
transparency. I love how honest you're being about it and how many
Right.
land. But that was respect to the marketing and the dog too. Like 48 lock-ins.
47.
47.
But I still got a few he got to complete. And you know what I'm saying? There's probably some people that may lost interest or whatever, but he has 47 lock-ins. I was trying to knock that 50 off. I ain't gonna lie to you, but 47, I'm cool. He did great things for me. He really pushed and he really built all this on his back.
Man.
Yeah.
He really
Congratulations on that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
appreciate it, man.
astounding.
But to my standard, to the dog that I like, that I built to my vision, it will be Mr. Big up to today. You know what I'm saying? It will be Champ Mr. Big and that little period, because Beast Boy and got it. All three of those dogs could have been keepers.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Any one of those dogs could have been keepers. I could have kept either one of those and still champ the way I did regardless. So that was phenomenal. So I got to say that litter right there is by far my best, most complete litter at all.
Yeah. Absolutely. I like that. Hey, shout out to CMK Tonio too. Like, I have the pleasure of living in the same town with him. I actually work with him, and he actually shows and trains some of Hildrey's productions. So I've got to see all these dogs. Like, he's brought them over here. He's actually brought them over here for socialization. Like, he's actually walked our yard and things like that. So it's cool, you know, bringing other dogs. And that's what's, again, going back to the community. That's what I love about the community, because there is a good core of the community. I don't want to go too far into that, but I just want to hit on that again, like, because I love it. With him being in town, I've got to see your productions, man. And they're working.
To be helpful to one another, bro. You know what I'm saying? To be like, I mean, this dog community is so crazy. You got, man, there's snakes out there. So once you can depict through the snakes, always have your own mind, always have your own vision, and don't let nobody steer you off of that, because somebody would try to deter you from your vision to do their vision. That's the devil. You know what I'm saying? Continue on what you want. You know what I'm saying? As long as it fits inside the breed type,
there we go.
You good. You good. Because everybody don't like the same things. Some people might like a longer snout. Some people might like a shorter snout. But all this still fits within the breed type. You know what I'm saying? So know what you like. Know what look of dog that you like. That's one of the most important things that you need to know. What look of dog that you like. That way you'll know what you're trying to create.
Yeah. Yeah, and I love that, because that's what, you know, the other day when I went on Hildrey's live, a few weeks back, and, you know, that's what he's saying. Like, if it's within the breed standard, like, you know, do what you're wanting to do, because some dogs want to be more athletic. So, yes, a longer snout, things like that. You know, dogs are positioned for different reasons. But if it's within the breed standard, the written standard, I'm all for it. Let's make some bulls. Let's collaborate. Let's make some bulls, and let's better the breed.
I think here's a good way to look at it too. If we're all building programs individually, right, and we all have our our own vision. You talk about sticking to your vision and things like that, right? So if I'm trying to build something, like the gratification comes from me doing just that. If all three of y'all put together are building my program, then what accomplishments have I made? Really, when I reflect back, like if I got to bump my head, and that goes from handling to you don't have to handle, but it's all the way around. I mean, the more involved you are in your own decisions or your own program, the better gratification when you build something that you can look back on and say, man, this is something and I built it.
Right.
That's where the pride comes in for me. I feel proud of what I've done in a healthy way. And I'd be proud of it either way, but I'd be more proud if it's something I built myself. And I think
Right.
I think when people focus on that, it takes it away from this backbiting, like what's he got or what like this
Yeah.
unhealthy competitiveness, instead of
Right.
like,
Yeah.
that's
I don't
like
want
getting
to
on the
consider.
basketball court. We can
Great way
all
to put
hoop.
it.
I'm not mad at you because you can hoop or because you hit a jump shot. I'm not mad at you about that. I'm glad to hoop with you. I learned something
Yeah,
or
I want you
whatever.
on my team. A
You
collaboration.
need
Yeah,
the
Right.
assist? I'm great with that. I'll be the assist.
You know what I'm saying?
that's right.
Like everybody got to be so I. That's why my favorite motto I think I say it 2-3 times every day on my live. There's no little I's and big U's over here.
That's right.
And there should be like this throughout the whole
Yeah.
community. You know what I'm saying? There should be no big I's and little
Seriously.
U's. Like everybody's treated equal. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna why I'm gonna treat you any different and I'm gonna treat them. It's all about dogs. There's no favoritism. Why you think I will be in a position to try to help them but not help you? You know what I'm saying? I'm not built like this. I want to see everybody win. I want everybody to know one thing about me and 133 Kennel. When they come to my dog show, the Bullet Marathon continues. I got to say that too. October 26th. They know the type of show that I'm putting together. It's always about the people. It's always no politicking. Hey, we want to see such and such win, or we want to get this big name brand dog can. We're going to let him win today. No. If they come, they come. But I believe in the South. The South, we don't need nobody else but us. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what show you got. I don't feel like we got to go with, hey, we want the Midwest or we want the West Coast. Or we don't have to do that. If we battle between just us alone, we got enough dogs to battle at any show that we prefer to go out to. The South got plenty of dogs.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They got them. They're here.
Oh yeah. Hey, I agree with that, and I think there's bulls all over the place, and I don't care what show I go to, the Midwest, the South, the East, the West. I'm gonna bring something that I think that can bring best in show, and Genesis has set the tempo, and
Oh yeah,
Levi,
you
China,
shouldn't.
like, man, you go in
Right.
there with something that you think that can win best in show. I don't care if it's the Midwest, the South, the East, the Coast,
Well,
You
all
ain't
this
gonna make
Midwest
it
and
easy.
South.
That's
Let's
the
just, hey,
answer.
we could eat off each other too. Like I like it. I like the friendly, stack off competition type, like trying to bring each other together. But yeah, let's collaborate too, because yeah, there is different bloods in different areas and people playing at
listen,
different places and
Mhm.
things.
I feel this about the stack offs and when you like if regardless of the matter, I've been at a stack off. I put my dog up against R2G2. I had word. I put him up, stacked him up against R2G2.
Because
That was a wonderful
do it.
moment. You know what I'm saying? My dog is beside
Yeah,
R2G2. You know what I'm saying? At the show, this is
yeah.
Tyrus. Goddamn, we at the show. Goddamn, we stacking. So there's no my dog better than your dog or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I might make a funny post. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But it's all in
Yeah.
fun. We playing. We having fun. But the experience, people will miss out on experiencing opportunities because they think it's so negative minded behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, these just dogs, man. Let's have fun. And
Yes.
that's what it was, back in the day when people go to show, they stacking dog. Shit, the community gonna say what they want to say, but we know what it was. Like me and Brian Carter, we was at the show together. We hadn't been sitting horses, but we had just started to talk cordially. And at that show together, we as two grown men got good sense enough that we talk like grown men, put all differences aside, stack these dogs up, took a wonderful picture, and I felt like that was a turning point.
Yeah.
As you know what I'm saying, that was a turning point. Like, this is what it's about. I
Yeah.
don't
See
care
what
how
can be done.
long
Yeah.
or how much we beef or whatever. We as two grown men, we both love dogs. He loved dogs, I love dogs. Why in the hell we sitting up here arguing any type of way? You know what I'm saying? So to have the understanding, he coming to the show, he's welcome. We finna have some fun, and that's what it's about.
Yeah.
And that's what I love showing people. Like, you don't have to hold these bad vibes toward people, man. After you sit back and realize, like, is it really worth it?
Yeah.
I think another valuable thing to think about is, to me anyway, it does well to separate the business from the sport.
Yeah,
I like that.
Like,
sometimes you
because
have
what
to
I'm
just
doing in my
separate
program
individuals.
is not the ring. The ring is something different. You know, when I come to the ring, that's the sport of it. That's not. I mean,
Right.
and then when I'm working my program and I'm working social media and doing all that, that's something different.
That's different because I'm like you when you say that, because look at it just right here. Anybody, there are no little I's in big U's. Anybody in any dog show in pocket class or a champ class, they got smoke. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if I win or if I lose, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to give my best. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to put my best representation that 133 has created in the ring to compete with whoever. And that's how everybody should feel. But after we get out that ring, we can high five, we can talk shit. I can celebrate your win, or you can celebrate my win. But there's no hard feelings.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. Right? Yeah. I know I've lost to Caleb in the ring. I've lost to Bruce in the ring. And the thing is like, at the same time, none of that really mattered. I mean, because at that point I knew why they won. You know, in that moment, they performed better. Their dog is better. Like, to me, like, I whooped and hollered. I was like, whoop. Like, I cheered, and I just lost to them. I still cheered. And it's because, again, like, I love these cats, and I really love watching them win, because even though I didn't take it home, I know that someone that deserved it did.
From the home team took it home.
Yeah, the whole
You
team
know
took
what
it
I'm
home.
saying? But regardless
Right.
of that, at the end of the day, it still leaves you with motivation to grow and come back in this ring one day. So when it's your day to come back in that ring to whoop Caleb butt, you know what I'm saying? You gonna feel great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But still in a good way. You know what I'm saying? Still in a good way, not to say, yeah, I shitted on you, Caleb.
Yeah.
No, because you done shitted on me plenty of times, but I got you today, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yep,
just it.
exactly.
You know, it's a battle. It's a battle.
So let me ask you something, brother. How'd you get into the ears and things of such?
Well, I don't do ears, but this is the thing. Most people that's around here, they do a cut that I just don't fancy. I love the Midwest cut. And so I have a guy that comes down here so often, straight from Midwest, to come down here to clip
Oh,
ears.
so you got a guy
You know
that
what I'm saying?
comes that people come to you to get it from this guy or whatever.
Right.
Okay.
Because he gives the Midwest cut. I'm talking about he has faded some of the top dogs. You
And
know what I'm saying?
I was looking at some of the pictures. It's clean.
I just got a puppy today. I took that to the vet close to me for a client. That's not the particular type of fade that I get, but this client is far away and they don't clip ears where he's from. So I took this for a personal request from him to the vet. But me, I wait until my guy get here. I don't care if I got 15 puppies. When he come, I need all of them faded because he's the truth. I promise.
So
Hey,
he'll come to you.
Yeah, he
Where
comes
you at?
here. I ain't gonna
Where
say.
you at in Mississippi?
I'm in central Mississippi,
Central, like
Canton area.
right, like north of Canton, 15 minutes from
I was about
Canton.
to say you're in Canton area.
Yep.
I
Hey,
was down
Chris
by
asked it.
Well,
Tupelo.
I'm not in Canton, but I'm 15 minutes away from Canton.
Gotcha.
Right out the Interstate 55.
Yeah, I lived in Tupelo for a while, so
Okay. Yeah, they're probably like 2 hours. Well, more like 3 hours away from me.
yeah.
Hey, what's the
Yeah, man.
Midwest cut?
It's the Midwest, damn boy, temporary. The bottom of the bell is smooth to the side of the to the body. You know what I'm saying? Like the bell, most people down
Mhm.
south, they leave a
Yeah.
part of the bell. I got a
So,
fresh puppy,
like,
just got a fade
yeah.
today. I'm finna go grab it, and I'm finna go let y'all see.
Yeah, I
Oh,
want to see this
we're
Midwest
gonna get a
cut.
tutorial.
So when the bottom of the ear has a little bit of ear coming out, and then it
Yeah.
goes up to the cut.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like
When
it.
it doesn't
don't
have
like
that, and it's just like my ear is
It
right
just
here, it like starts
goes
at the head
right
and
into
comes
the
up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
And
don't like that.
the biggest
And
problem is most of the people that do ears are not they didn't start off doing bully ears. And so
right.
people, I understand you can smell her and I know, but you can't have her.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
poor
I
baby.
like
Oh man,
that.
he's
Y'all,
just
They're gonna,
y'all
he's a
see,
mess.
this
yeah.
is a nice little fade on this little male. He just got this fade this afternoon. Got him right back this evening. But you see, as y'all can see, it's not flush to his side of his head. It still
Yeah.
got a list sticking
Yeah.
out. You know what I'm saying? They don't take their time to trim all that out.
Yeah.
And then you got some people that can't learn, you know what I'm saying? That I don't have time for you trying to experiment and learn on my fresh puppy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's a give and take, you know what I'm saying? But this still gonna be a nice fade. He gonna grow up and his ears gonna look nice,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it just coming in the south.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just like for it to be more clean to the side
I
of the
agree.
head
Oh,
always.
so
I
that's not the Midwest cut.
no.
That's
I just
not.
want
He was trying to show you
because
what he means when he says that the
because
bell is
most
All right,
still.
to
people,
Yeah.
clarify,
yeah,
everyone, that's not the Midwest
yeah,
cut.
it's not just particularly just named that, but that's just what
Yeah,
I call it because most
yeah.
people that's down south, they do not and cannot do
Yeah,
it.
no, I
So
want to see. I want to
except
see this. I like that puppy's ears. That puppy's got a nice ear cut.
And the
Well,
thing
there's
is, almost
nah,
95% of places you go to get ears cut, they're not, they didn't really cut their teeth on bully ears. So
Yeah.
the way that we do our dog's ears is not like the Cane Corso or any other breed.
no, it's
And
not.
so the mid like the
Yeah.
West, the Midwest cut like he's
Midwest.
talking about,
Talking about.
there's no other dog that really does that. So
Yeah.
yep,
you can't even go ask for it. So if you find somebody that can do it, it's valuable, which is why I was inquiring about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll travel to get the next puppy I get. I'll travel to get it done if I had to.
man.
Because
I
Well,
sit there and I watch this
yeah.
guy do 20 some ears one day.
Jesus.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he take his time with each and every
Yeah.
one.
That's
He
what I'm
got
talking about.
all the proper tools
Mm-hmm.
to do it correctly, and you just be you be blown away because of what you normally see. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
All
What
right.
you
So
normally see people do and take their time. Nah, they ain't doing this like he's surgical with it for real.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and the thing is
So
the
hey.
ear set gets take. You need to take that into account. So there are some really really good croppers that will that they do that. They assess the actual ear as is to
Mm-hmm.
decide whether or not the cut that you want, whether it be like short crop or show crop or long. Some people do like a longer show crop, and then it's just like they'll tell you whether or not the ear as it exists and how it's set is it even a good idea to have that particular crop. So that's when you know someone's actually legitimate, is that
Just
That's interesting.
they're telling you, they're like,
Yeah.
ooh, not the way this dog
so
wants
the
that.
way that
need money
This
to
would be
do
the
with
better
you,
cut.
no.
Yeah.
the way that works
I'm
is
going back out the door.
the longer the natural ear, the less of a long cut that you're capable of getting.
Yeah.
So if you want a tall show cut, if the ear's long, you won't be able to do it. That
Yeah. If you've got a drop ear,
taller
put
show cut is from a shorter ear because the
Mm-hmm.
longer ear is going to have a fold in it where it lays down, and that fold is going to prevent it from being able to stand up tall. Is what they told me when I was inquiring about it.
But see, if you cut them early, that cartilage
you can't set them.
that shit
Yes.
it'll get firm.
But it's
You
an
know what I'm saying?
overhaul
You
to do
can't
that. It's a
wait
pain
till
in the
they
ass.
too big And you know what I'm saying? And that cartilage it has that bow in it. Then it won't.
Yeah.
But if you catch them puppies early, that mother gonna stand up.
Hildrey, what age? Because my cropper was telling me the same thing. What age is he doing?
Well, this one right here, he got his crop early because he probably finna leave this weekend to go to his owner. But he 5 weeks. He 5.5 weeks, he'll be 6 weeks Friday. So he got his early, you know what I'm saying, just by, because I normally don't, but just because of special request by the owner, you know what I'm saying, he wanted his puppy faded before he got him, you know what I'm saying, I assisted in him getting what he wanted. Yeah. So we went.
Well, what does he recommend for, what does he prefer as far as age?
6 weeks to 16 weeks.
But preferably closer to 6.
Yep, it'll be cheaper, less medication he have to use.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's
cartilage,
it's,
less cutting,
it's less money, less money you have to spend.
Quicker
the
healing.
bigger the dog, a little bit more money you have to spend. But for the professionalism that you get, skin tags, endless skin tags on the puppy, he got the equipment to knock them off while he got them there. You got them very young. You need your dew claws knocked off. You see some people get their dew claws removed. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever seen dogs without the dew claws?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some people get their dew claws removed. He removed dew claws. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that he can do. You know what I'm saying? Doc Taylor, he can do it all. He the truth.
Yeah. No, I like that. 6 weeks. You know, that's what our cropper was telling us too. They're like, you know, with these larger bully heads, like to really you really see the ear placement at that time, especially if you're that experienced. But man, the crop, it really does. It heals so much quicker at that time, and it's a beautiful cut. Like, it's a beautiful healing.
Y'all see this pup I just got back? This pup is not bleeding. This puppy don't have blood nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Ever since I picked him up this afternoon, it has not. I got him in the cage by himself, but he's not bleeding. He don't have no leakage. He white. You see, I brought him out here. He's still white.
No, that was a beautiful cut. That was a beautiful cut too.
The older they get, the blood vessels travel down in further down into the ear.
Yes.
Which is why they won't do it after a certain age, because the blood vessels have gone too big, too far down into the ear, and it won't quit bleeding right. So they don't like doing it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of extra trauma on the dog the older they get as well, because they're more active. They and their siblings are more active, so you have to take more precautions to try to prevent them from tearing their stitches. It's a bitch.
They're more conscious
you
of
need
what
to
happened.
keep them separated as much as possible
remember
after you get an ear fade. After you get them faded, they need to be separated as much as possible.
Absolutely.
But you know, sometimes you can't, so you got to try to be careful with them as much. You know what I'm saying? But help it heal. Put ointment on the ears every day to try to help it along as fast as they can. But they'll be all right, because they don't learn. You bump their ear, it hurt. They gonna stop.
Absolutely. And they're so young, like you were talking about. The younger the better, because the memory, like with boys being, circumcised, it's at birth. I don't remember it. My great uncle was circumcised at 15. Oh my gosh. Just a side note.
That was circumcised like that later.
Cruel and unusual punishment.
Man, that's painful. That's painful for them couple of weeks he got to deal with that, man.
Torture.
Recovery on his terrible.
Oh my God.
Any type of arousal, like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh God. The morning wood must have been a nightmare.
I'm telling
you. Gonna wake you up out there more getting pain, like, man, they know.
Yeah.
So that's serious.
I mean, I'm not trying to talk about your uncle's morning wood, but
you can't even remember being
yes, but just
the
comparison,
man,
it's the same type of thing.
Scared to death.
Yeah, you do it young, so they don't remember it. Get it over with. Let it heal, and because that is, if you actually look at the bully standard, hey, the cutty ears, that actually is, part of the standard. Now it's not a fault if you don't have them, but per the guidelines,
there's two acceptable natural ear shapes, and that's the half prick and the rose. And literally, if it's anything, if it's the drop, if it's the full prick, it's a fault. Like it's one of those things where, like, with our breed, with pockets, you're like, if you leave natural ears, you're more likely to get the full prick.
Yeah.
You're probably going to have more bad ears. Now with XLs though, you're more likely to have you're more likely to have drop ears.
Yeah.
you're liable to have a lot of different kind of ears with the XL.
Yeah. So
True.
like that's why a lot of people choose to crop is because they're not willing to it's a risk evaluation. Like
Yeah.
at that point, it's just like, do you want to risk not being able to take this dog in the ring because it ends up having drop ears or bad ears, So what do?
You got to think
You go
about
ahead and
this
just
when you
crop.
get a bad
Why
crop.
is
You got to
it
think about
that's the thing that people, not bully people, but just people. It seems like that's the hill they want to die on about the dogs. It's like, yeah, you got six boys and two nephews and two little brothers. They're all circumcised, but I'm the devil for cropping my
Cropping my
dog's
dog.
ears.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
like what is the deal, man? This dog was a little puppy.
For real.
It's actually,
And they're
I'm tell you, I got one
Or
dog
they
that's ears are
tell
full.
docs.
I got one dog with full ears, and the rest of mine are all cut. And my dog with full ears, it's harder to keep hers clean, believe it
Yeah.
or not.
Mhm.
It's harder to keep them clean. I notice when they're cut, I can just clean them real easy, and
Yeah.
I don't have as much trouble out of them.
None of mine have ears. They got to go. That's not
My
even
pit my pit bull
optional.
has her ears, but all my
my pit
bullies don't.
has her ears. Yeah. None of my
Yeah,
boys do, but
my
my
pit
pit
bull
does.
died. My pit bull died. She was 12. She died back here, man.
Oh,
I was hurt.
I love
But
my baby.
she
She's cut different
she
though.
she she taught my other dog. She taught my bullies like they ain't gonna let nothing come right here. They gonna bark. They gonna make some noise. Like she had a different bark out there. Like you know this something serious. This something
Yes,
serious.
sir.
Or she got something. She got something.
It's funny you
You know what
say
I'm saying?
that.
Like
All the audible behavior that my bullies have came from my pit bull because
yeah,
they're not.
that's
Our
what I'm
dogs are
saying.
generally not audible. They don't make much sound.
Yeah.
Yep,
But they
mine
learn
do.
from her like
Yep.
about that. Yeah, it's funny.
Like
Yeah.
if it's
Mine's
something out
boasting.
there,
She's
a
boasting.
world them out there barking, it's something out there.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? One
yeah.
day I had a neighbor, he got chickens. You hear me? He got chickens. And the chicken used to come over here every day. Used to stay over there. I used to go shoot the chicken away. But he kept coming back. I'm talking about, I'm thinking this chicken finna actually make my dog have a heat stroke because they
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
and forth on the
Yeah.
fence
Uh-huh.
line, back and forth on the fence line.
Bro,
I really had to get the chicken removed. You
bro,
know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna
how you
talk
shoot
about
a
that
We're
chicken?
not
though.
gonna
But
talk about the
hey,
removal.
yeah, we ain't gonna talk about the removal part. But
What
they
was that
was gonna
commercial, that
have, they
catchphrase? I
really
feels
was
like chicken
gonna have
tonight.
a
Is that
heat
what it
stroke.
was?
Yeah.
Oh my
They really was
God.
gonna have a heat stroke, man, behind that chicken for real. They would not stop,
Mm-hmm.
and it was hot. When I come outside, I'm telling man, stop. They already out there panting. I've been trying to get this chicken away from here since yesterday.
Yeah.
But for real,
You can't even make
That
this
was an
up.
elusive
Like,
chicken.
really?
Knew what he was doing.
I'm serious.
Man.
Well,
So
and
Hey, real quick.
so like
I'm
Corey and Vicky, they actually have they keep chickens, and they don't just keep any chickens. They keep show chickens. Like they show their chickens.
No,
There are
it ain't no
shows
show
for
chicken.
chickens,
y'all don't know
people. If
about
you don't
my
know
Ain't
it,
no
chickens?
show
you
chicken.
know now. Well, yeah, they have. So imagine that. You have you're dealing with one rogue dick of a chicken,
Yeah, and my cousin got
and they
probably
keep
about
a
he
whole
probably got
crew of
about
chickens.
200 chickens back here.
Yeah.
He probably
I was gonna
got
say y'all don't
200
know about
chickens
my
back here.
chickens. I got a gang of chickens back here.
He got about 200 back there, man, for
That's a
real.
lot. I don't have
He
that many. I got
he's
about
serious,
60.
but it was just
A lot of chickens.
one. It was just one. Like they don't come back there. They don't come on this side no more. But like he had one, it would not stay from back there. Like every morning when he got down, because they roost at night. They go back home and they roost for the night. But every morning when he come back down around about 10, after my live around about 11, oh, it's on. Like he gonna be down there just scratching, getting bugs. Like they stun him. They just at him. They want him. They can't get to him, but he driving them nuts.
Lord.
They want that chicken. They want those feet.
So
Yeah.
tell me more
Man,
about
they
this
want
show you got
some.
coming up, man. Where
Oh
where
yeah,
where is it
October
at? In
26th.
October
Oh,
27th,
it's
you said?
going down
26th.
October the 26th,
26th.
man. Y'all need, hey, this gonna be the place. 3 BRC Global shows, one fun show. It's gonna be crazy. The fun show is a big competition. You know what I'm saying? It's a big competition. Everybody compete till they get down to the actual winners. The winners win trophies, and then you get the best overall fun show winner. That's gonna be crazy. I just talked to my trophy man today. It's gonna be something new. It's gonna be something exciting that y'all gonna be ready to see. Y'all gonna be ready to go home with. So I don't want to hear nobody say, "Man, 133 ain't had no trophy yet." We got some nice trophies coming. You know what I'm saying? But we still gonna have some medallions, and we still gonna have some nice ribbons that go around the dog neck, cause that's what I like.
And that
I
food,
like
that food is always jumping at your show.
Man, oh yeah, the food gonna be jumping. Always.
Gotta
I
have.
don't even have to say it. So, but what I wanted to tell people, I'm gonna give y'all a sneak peek already what to get. Man, the chicken on the sticks is something that you don't want to forget. My wife can put a patent on that joint. It's so good. So don't sleep on the chicken on the sticks. Everything really good. If I don't know what all she gonna get, so y'all better ask for this stuff. That potato, man. Tell her just bring some. I'm just trying to tell y'all what to request. That potato is out the it's man, it's ready. It's to die for. I'm gonna say it like this: the potato, the chicken on the stick, man. Y'all want them two items. Y'all want them two items.
I can't take
I
it.
know the potato will be probably get them as you can, because I know you gotta have the oven and all that different potatoes. You probably can bring some though, but request the
So hit her up
potato. She can put
hit
the
her up before to get the potatoes.
yeah,
Reserve your spot.
Bring
she
up
can put
all
the
the
steak, she
potatoes.
can put
Don't
the
run out.
steak, chicken, and the shrimp on the potato. Man, ooh, it's man, you don't want to
Yeah.
miss that. You don't want to miss that. I promise you. That spud, it gonna get you right.
I like
And
that.
that chicken on the stick.
Yeah. Hey, I want to hit on something. We actually talked about this last week. I think it was last week. Dual-sired litters. I actually saw that Nate had a dual-sired
Just
litter.
dropped heels right after he said it on the line the other day. He dropped that weekend.
Man,
and
I said, look at this. It was Otis and Beetle. And I said, I love it. Holly Flukes. And we just hit on this. Hildrey, have you ever done a dual-sired litter?
I've never done one. I never wanted to. I mean, it's great to do it. I mean, and maybe if you're in a position where you have to, maybe I got to go ahead on and try to get the best out of both of them right now, because that's how it should go. But you got the embark test the whole little, you know what I'm saying, to find out what is sired by what I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying. But it's nothing wrong with it, you know what I'm saying.
No, nothing.
But for
Shout
him,
out to Nate. Nate, you're my boy. I love the breed.
I
love both
think
sides.
he had success because I think he had 9. If he
Yes.
did have 9, like 5
Yeah,
male
so, yeah.
and female. So even if it's split half and half, he got 5 and 4 or whatever the mathematics is. He pretty much should have what he's looking for out of that litter. You know what I'm saying? Both of them grand champs.
Beetle's on his way, and his son is on his way.
I don't Beetle. I can't remember if Beetle's already grand champ in one registry or not. I
don't know if it's ABKC or not, but Beetle's son.
I don't think. But
if you
might have already got
champion
a
one,
grand.
you a grand champ in my eyes. I ain't taking nothing from you. I don't care
and
what it is.
And
it can be an
his son will be,
ICBR.
his grandson will be.
So it doesn't matter what registry you grand champion, you a grand champ in my eyes.
Yeah, I can't remember.
What had to be done.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Right, you
went through the
put in that
rank,
work.
Yeah. Some work had been put in to become a grand champion.
Yes.
So
Adam just mentioned we haven't been asking any of the questions. He's been positing, and he's not wrong. We have so many side quests with you because that's just how we talk dogs. Candy just confirmed Beetle is champion. He's still campaigning for his brand.
Okay.
So Adam had a couple questions. I didn't know if you wanted to kind of give us some insight on those.
I'm an open book, so let's go.
Let's go.
He at one point had asked about slower developing blood versus faster developing blood, and do you have any examples personally of each?
When you say slow it's a difference, and I haven't experienced a slow developing blood to where it takes a a year and a half to develop. You know what I'm saying? I
Like
had
you?
I had Lulu and MA off my colossal breed, off of maybe a okay female. You know what I'm saying? And they had it from birth. I only had 2 females, and they had it. Lulu gave me my little off Big Papa. About 5 months, I knew what dogs were bulls. You know what I'm saying? From the beginning, I knew 2 dogs were bulls, and that was the 2 piebald chocolate tribe. I knew they were bulls from the beginning, but I was so hell bent about having a majority all white dog. I just didn't want one. Now,
Yeah.
here I am. What is it? About 15 months later, got a little 3 little. That it's a piebald and chocolate puppy in this little. I know I can't get rid of him. You know what I'm saying? Even though he wasn't my pick from the beginning, but I'm looking at him now at almost 6 weeks. Like, I know I can't get rid of this puppy. You know what I'm saying? I might have well hit myself over the head with a hammer if I get rid of this one. So I'm ending up keeping 2 males and a female automatically off this breeder.
Yeah.
So we gonna try like that, but it wasn't planned. But hey, we gotta keep 2 of these boys.
He,
Yeah.
my so some of the older bloodlines have a tendency every once in a while, depending on how
That's
not how
that's that's
concentrated they are still. But like Adonis still he took a little longer than I would have wanted to develop because he's got that older blood. But it's been worth the wait. It's been worth the wait. But man,
Yeah.
there's a time frame when you get kind of scared. You're like, he's at 18 months old, and
right.
like
Be,
you
I
expect
mean,
him to look like Genesis at 18 months old, and it ain't gonna happen because he's not Genesis. He still ain't.
be,
But he's
and
beautiful and balanced, and he's bigger and bigger every single. Like he just keeps getting bigger. It's so sometimes you just gotta trust the blood.
right. I mean, because it's something that does happen sometimes. Sometimes people do get dogs that, hey, this dog just popping late. You know what I'm saying? He don't pop that early. And you hold on to your dog like, okay, he champed early. You know what I'm saying? That's not your fault. He became a champ early. But now you put him out here with these grand champions. He don't have his grown
Yeah.
man on yet. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It's one of those bloods. Like, he's a nice ass dog that he champed early because he was a nice dog. But
yeah,
now going out here to go to grand champ, he got to have his grown
Yeah.
man on. I might got to sit him out for the next 6 to 8 months
right.
until he really pop and develop,
Yes.
and then come out. See, it's an assessment that everybody got to honestly have. Because if you don't have it, you would take this same male and get power drive from show to show to show, spending your money, tearing this highway down, spending this gas, you know what I'm saying? Getting power drive because you're caught up in a fantasy in your mind, and you not gonna get the results that you're looking
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
because it's gonna power drive your pockets. You know what I'm saying? The power is driving your pockets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah.
you want this. You know what I'm saying? When I got Mr. Big, it was so easy because Mr. Big has what it took to go out and get it. I'm blessed. I'm everything. I'm humble, but yes, I was able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna not say it when I did it, but it wasn't easy. You know what I'm
I bet
saying?
not.
And I've seen some people be out here 15 and 20 years and haven't did it. So yes, I am proud, but I did it.
Yeah. Well, hey, Hildrey, let me ask you. You did it early. Like, how do you pair up breedings? Like, what are you looking for?
Man, be honest, to be honest, I'm just gonna, I keep everything all the way around the board with you honest. When I bred to Mr. Big, it pretty much was just a blessing. It pretty much was God because I hadn't done the actual homework. I hadn't learned the homework to actually do to put that breeding together. I put that breeding together pretty much off of the dog's phenotype.
Okay.
None of the
I
genotype
like
and
that.
none of the studied work that required on the pedigree. I looked at the peds far as he got a lot of Rocco blood dog in him already. Not what class of dogs that he had in him. I just looked at one side of the peds. I didn't actually do my homework. I say it all the time. But I got what I was looking for
Yeah.
as I got Big Papa look added with my female look, you know what I'm saying, as far as being a colossal daughter. She had a nice bone, nice structure.
Yeah.
He really, really was a clean dog as what I could see on the pictures and the videos. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about the Photoshop, but we ain't gonna get into that. But as far as what I was looking for on the pictures and videos, he wasn't easty westy. He wasn't high rear. He had nice, you know what I'm saying? Everything looked nice
Mhm.
as far as his structure. And I got to say that to today, you know what I'm saying? He looks good as far as his structure, a clean dog. What his weight, I actually don't know, but he still is a bull.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
that's what I was able to get, taking that to my colossal daughter. I was able to get what I was hoping to get out of that little.
Yeah. But no, I like that. I like what you said too, the phenotype, and I like that you hit on that because a lot of people look at pedigrees and breed to pedigrees. Like the dog in front's got to match the pedigree. It's got to make the pedigree. If the dog in front
Yep.
of me is not like, I'm not going to dig any further if that dog in front of me is that bad.
Yeah.
Now, if I like the dog, then I'm going to look at the pedigree, but the dog makes the pedigree. And then I dive
That's
into
the
it, and
first
then I
step. I
see
gotta,
how it
yeah, I gotta like
correlates
the
into
dog.
what I'm trying to do. And
It's it's so many different variables that come with dog breeding and come with studying studs. You got people that, you know what I'm saying, I'm one of those people. I believe in finding that young stud that's coming up. That's what that's something that I believe in. Because if the
yeah,
young stud is bred to produce like his parents are put together, it's gonna give you what you want. People like, well, I know studs that they come produce themselves. Yeah, they weren't bred to produce either. You know what I'm saying? That's my first answer to that question. But if you got a dog that's bred to produce, and you got to honestly know what being bred to produce is, because at
yeah,
one point I used to say it, but not knowing what it means.
Right.
Now I can say it and know what it means, and I can know what it means by looking at papers. I know what it means by looking at numbers. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big difference as well. So it's different levels in this dog game and the things that I've learned along the way. I didn't learn the stuff overnight. People used to have conversations where they were talking over my head. Like, we right here, but I don't understand what he's saying. The words, the terminology that he used, I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? And I may still be in a conversation with somebody maybe lost like that. I'm not saying I know everything,
Yeah.
but there is some knowledge that's out here that's it's powerful, it's important in this dog community. And if you're not willing to learn it, you will be one of those guys that's out of this community real fast.
I
yeah,
mean,
This
you
community
can put
will
dogs
power
together
drive you.
and have puppies. You can match up phenotypes and take a pretty good shot at it. You can go further and further and further, and it just depends on. That's what I was talking about earlier about trying to develop your vision. It just depends on how much control you trying to get a hold of, and what it is you're trying to bring into your program. And what kind of accomplishments you want to you know have within your reach, within your
yeah,
accomplishment. What do you want to say that you've done as a
yes,
breeder? This is something I've built. This is like
Right.
this is how deep we dove into it, and this is what we got out of it. And if that's important to you, dive off in it. If it
This
ain't, then don't. But to me, I'm fascinated with genetics and how far you really can go into matching up traits and different things, and getting into the genotype and all that. I really enjoy it. So that's just my cup of tea. But I can say, like, I know Caleb believes in done a lot of good work with phenotype, man, and I can't take nothing from it, man. It's a powerful thing. If it's done right, it can be all the program needs. But
There go Mr. James on there. What
Yeah,
Mr. James
yeah,
say?
Jerry
yeah,
Everything
Jones.
should start with the goal in mind. What do
Exactly.
you want to
Mm-hmm.
do?
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? For real. And just like you're saying, like with the genotype, with embark testing these dogs,
Mm-hmm.
man. When we start embark testing these dogs, man, we gonna make the community really, really
boy,
better.
that makes me happy to hear you say that. They know my little heart just lit up.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Man,
Oh
like
yeah.
at
Now,
least
now you're
one
speaking
I
language,
embark
always
baby.
tell everybody,
testing
brother,
dog,
embark is like a flashlight in the dark.
It is,
man. I
man. It takes away a
promise you,
lot of
like
that mystery.
somebody said on my live the other morning, they was like, what if you
We're
got a
losing you. We're
puppy
losing you.
that
Uh
you losing me?
Hey, hold on.
We lost you
Yeah,
for a second, bro.
yeah. Hey, yeah. You're real choppy. We can't make out what you're saying.
Okay, can y'all hear me now?
All right.
a little
Say
bit
something.
better.
Can y'all hear me?
It's
I can
still.
hear.
It's still like. Hold on. Say something else.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all
It's a
hear me?
little delay.
Can you hear me, Caleb?
I can.
Is
Okay.
it
Well,
my
but
internet?
man, let me see what I was saying. I forgot my train of thought now.
You was
Shit.
talking
We were.
about
We
you
were
was talking about embark and what y'all said about it on your live.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
well, see, like embark will eliminate so many different things.
Facts.
Yeah.
If it's some paper hanging going on, you gonna know about it. Cause shit, I rather know
Yes.
what's in my pants than what's not there. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna know about it. You got
And
any health traits, health issues, you gonna know about it. You know what I'm saying? Like
here's the
somebody
thing
was saying,
about embark, brother, that I think if I had to say, if somebody asked me what is it that turns the most people off about it, because I'm a big promoter of it. And I think what turns people off the most about it is they're uneducated about it. And so they're
Yeah.
scared and they say, you know what, I'm gonna embark my dog. And then they get back all these different variables and all these
And it freaks
variants, and they're like,
them out.
oh, and then they
yeah, they
just
don't
set it on fire, burn it,
understand.
and
They
act like it
don't
never
know what
happened.
they're looking at. It's like getting somebody's handing you a book, and they're like, this is Alice in Wonderland.
That's right.
Except for you open up the book and it's in fucking Greek. And you're like,
Right.
I don't know what this is.
And
I know
so
what I'm supposed to be looking at, but it's in Greek. I don't understand it. So it's like
because they don't understand it, they fear it, and then they
Mhm.
hide it, and they're like, "Oh, my dog's a carrier of some gene. I don't want nobody to know about this, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
hide it." And then now they're telling everybody they don't want to mess with embark and all that, and then they don't understand how it can be, full blown and recessive and a carrier, and they don't
yeah,
understand all this, so
A
they don't even want to
carrier
get
to a
into it.
carrier.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know what
but
I'm saying?
And it's like, well, I'm just
But
not
as
going to
long
do
as
it
you
because I
do a
don't know
carrier to a
what I'm working
non-carrier,
with. If I
then
yeah,
you pretty much okay. But people not in the learning mode. It's like when it requires some learning,
that's
some
right.
studying, some reading, some educating
It's worth
yourself.
learning
Oh,
about, man.
and
man,
we have so
everything
many
that dealing with
people.
these dogs that you can experience is worth learning about.
I've got
I'm
a, I,
telling you, we've got so many people, like, and Michael being one of them. Like, there are so many people in this community that if you were to just ask, be like, I just got my dog embarked. I'm freaking out because I don't know what all these things are. I didn't even know this was something they tested for. Like, there are people that will walk you through it.
Yeah,
All you
look,
got to
I'll
do
absolutely.
is
say it right
believe.
here on the live tonight. If anybody hits me up on Messenger about any embark they get, any questions they got, if
Mhm.
they want to keep it just between me and them or whatever, we can talk about it. I'll tell you what you
Yeah.
got going on and what you don't, what means what
Yeah.
the coding means. We can break
Mhm.
it all the way down, and I'll walk you through it.
Yep.
I think that fear is mostly what's holding people back, man,
Yeah.
that's exactly what it's
A
doing.
lot.
It's holding them back.
Yeah.
It's holding the whole community back
It's
because
a
Because
lot of data
if
to
you
take in
breeding
at
in
one
the
sitting.
community
I've got a
and you
female.
don't know,
I've got a female that is a carrier of something that will never affect her, and all I have to do is make sure that the male that I breed her to doesn't also
That's
have it.
Yeah.
not so heavy.
And then it'll never be something I never have to worry about. But if I shoot in the
But if
dark,
you don't know it,
if I just shoot in the dark, I could double down on that, and now I got it in my yard.
Yep.
Exactly.
all through.
And
Oh yeah.
that's the thing, man. You if you got a dog and you're breeding this dog, and let's say that dog is also a carrier of something, well, you're putting this dog all over the place, whether it be male or female. You're putting dogs into this dog or putting that dog
Yeah.
into dogs, and you don't know if it's a carrier or not.
We got to
And
be held accountable.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
how can you
And
be
we're
accountable if you
well
don't know what
past
you're
that
putting
whole.
out?
Well, I didn't know I
Everybody.
could do that. I'm like, no. The
Everybody.
Embark has been available for a very long time. There's other genetic testing, whether it be online testing similar to Embark or UC Berkeley. I mean,
Right. And to me,
Yeah.
I'm just
it's
saying,
the
there's like,
ethical thing to
or
do,
UC
man.
Davis even. It's just like at this point, it's just like there is genetic testing out there. You don't have the excuse anymore to be like, well, I just didn't know this is what my dog had at the time. Be like, no, you chose not
Yeah.
to
Absolutely.
do the responsible
There's so
thing.
many avenues. And Jerry James for COI. Shout out to Jerry James.
Mhm.
Right.
Very, very quick results of COI. But yes,
Yes.
Embark is out there, so you understand what your dog, like you're talking about, carries, what it has, things like that. And hey, I believe on the Embark, it'll actually show you the blood and actually when it's fully developed. Like, of course, that is, projections, just like how
Yeah.
much the dog weighs. But it's pretty cool just to kind of have a baseline. Of course, study the bloodlines on how they develop, things like that. We're talking about slowly developing blood. Like,
Yeah.
slowly developing is going to be everyone's opinion anyways, but study the blood to see how it develops, to see if it's, old school Chevy, red dogs, things like that. They slowly develop. So, going towards that, XLs develop slower than standards, which develop slower than pockets. They have
Mhm.
less, they have more room to grow to develop into. But just to hit
Right.
on that, my opinion on that as
Well,
well.
there's two sides of
But
it. For me, it's being able to control all that I'm able to control and see
Yes.
into it as far as I can. And then the other side of it is ethics, right? I want to make sure that I don't want somebody coming back to me and they're like, man, this dog's 18 months old. It just went blind.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck kind of
Right.
dog did you sell me? I'm like, man, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't
You know
know.
what? Damn
Well, you
right.
should know.
Yeah.
You should.
It's one thing when
Absolutely.
you got blood that's generation after generation, and so you feel confident and all that. But like, there is a point also where it's like, you know what? Let's get this in there. Let's let people see where we're at, what we got,
Yeah.
and what you find out the more you embark is everybody's dogs has got a little bit of something. It might be
right.
harmless,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but you want to try
You're
to
not
not
even
pair
supposed to
these
agree.
things up. You want to try to make sure you're not making it
It's our
dominant.
responsibility.
Yep.
It's our
Yep.
responsibility. And in the meantime, I got to add this to what you said too, Mike. I got to add this. It's our responsibility to be
That's right.
accountable for
Yeah.
when we do have these circumstances and situations. To be accountable to fix it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But you got so many people out here, but this is majority of the problem. Like this is experience something I'm experiencing. I'm experiencing something like this to where all the guy had to do was come and tell me his situation.
Yeah, don't be messy, man. Come talk to me. I'll take
We
care of
could
it.
have resolved that and fixed that. This don't even have to be no issue for how I feel in my heart and in the bullet
Yeah.
community. This is not an issue.
Yeah. Come
It's
to
not
me.
an issue. Yeah, it's not an
Yeah.
issue if you come to me and let's handle this like adults. But when you come and want to be messy and this and that, we can't have no resolution.
No,
Yeah.
no. I agree with that,
You
man.
know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like when you defame my character, like it was one guy, he came on here on my live. He was telling me I sold him a male that didn't breed. I said the first time he said it didn't breed, I said go get him getting a semen analysis
Yeah.
test, and then let me know his results. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Instead of doing that, he breeded another female that didn't come in heat. Now he already got one female that she had something that she couldn't have no puppy. Now I'm thinking you probably got this thing through your whole yard. Now probably done gave my stud, but after that, after the second incident, he finally went and got a semen analysis. after he
Fought it.
came on my live and smudged my name, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Fought it.
And he
Oh,
come
yeah.
back in my inbox to, oh, I apologize. The mail is, you know what I'm saying, his seam is active and good. You know what I'm saying? I said, no, man, have that same energy on my live. Don't come in my inbox and apologize. You
No,
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
apologize
You
as
try to embarrass
Yeah.
publicly
me
as
on
you
my
If
live.
you're
condemned
gonna
me in
come
the
at me
Yeah.
first place.
publicly,
Thank you very
apologize
much.
publicly.
So,
Like, don't come at me
Yeah.
privately
Yeah.
after the public assassination attempt.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's so many different people, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy, like, when you really have the heart to where, man, I really want to see everybody
Well,
do
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
you said a mouthful right there, brother, because and it goes back to where we started this live tonight. You got a lot of folks that just not laced up right. That's their character. They're not laced up right. They don't know how to do square business right. They don't know how to handle nothing right. And so
Yeah.
they're unprofessional. They don't know how to act in the ring. They don't know how to act on the lives. They don't know how to act in public, and that's just what it is. But you definitely can't expect somebody to take care of you when you got in there and try to trash their name. They ain't even gave them a chance to clean it
Yeah.
up.
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
A
That's
lot
for
of
sure.
Absolutely.
that mentality of this should have been an email.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
you should have called me and been like, "Hey, I'm concerned because I embarked my dog and this came back, and so
Yeah.
I'm kind of freaking out. Hit
Well, in
me."
today's world,
Don't.
you know,
Yeah.
in today's world,
But
everything
we
goes on
just
social
real.
media and they just want attention on things instead of just handling it like two adult
Adults.
professionals. Why are you going on social media to handle what a simple conversation, a simple phone call could have happened?
Yeah.
Like,
Right. There would have
call
been a
me, let's
difference.
talk about it. Don't tarnish me. Don't drag my name in mud just to try
Yeah.
to get,
This
attention off
the
it.
only time that it is appropriate for you to go and literally, I mean, for all intents and purposes, put somebody on blast is because you have exhausted everything that you could.
Exactly. I'm not saying
And
it's
you
not.
Right.
also
Yeah.
see other people that you know trying to also do business with this person. And you're like, no, 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 no,
Yeah.
don't.
Right.
Now I have to tell my story because at this
Right.
point, you guys could possibly suffer because I'm trying to take the higher road and keep it to myself, even though I've exhausted every avenue
Yeah.
to giving this
Preach.
person every
And you
opportunity to make
have
things
that
right.
right.
So
Yes.
yeah,
That's
sometimes you
your
got to save
truth.
people from themselves.
What I
Yep.
like about
You
Embark the
have that
most
right.
is how multifaceted it is, man. So it's not just looking into the phenotype. It's not just looking out for health traits and things like that. It's not just the
Color.
COI.
Muzzle.
It's not just being able to protect yourself and the muzzle length and all this stuff, but it's all of the above, man. And really, it's just the
Yeah.
next step in this community, man. It really
It take
is.
a whole lot of guesswork out of breeding.
It does.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
talking about it make it caveman proof.
Right.
kind of yeah,
Right.
It makes it
I
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
caveman proof.
You know, if you
It's
know what
no
you're looking at, but
guesswork.
you've got to be
It's
willing to.
no
Yeah,
guesswork when you know what you're looking at.
yeah,
It make it
yeah.
caveman
Here,
Some
proof.
here's
people
the
they get their embark and they're like, "What colors does it carry?" And that's all
You
they're
know what I'm
looking at.
saying?
You know,
But
they're just like, "I
until
want to see what."
you,
You know, they're not
but
looking
see,
at whether or not the dog's going to have a larger
Yes.
rear, its growth rate, its they're not
well,
looking at all of the other things that it could carry versus being affected by. They're not
well,
looking at length of like they're not looking at these things. They're like, I just want to make sure my dog carries dry.
Yeah.
You're like,
well. Let's look at some of the
stop
more complex
that's
embarking
it.
stuff.
and then
So
looking at
like inbreeding, right? So when
Like
you get
we
into
can
some of these
breed,
extreme
we can.
features and you get in some of these dogs that just got, you're like, man, I've never seen a dog with a head like that, with a rear like that, with with the chest like that. This is from inbreeding. And inbreeding, the rule of thumb is, if you got a program somewhere along the history of your program, and inbreeding is accepted, one good time somewhere in there, maybe within that particular blood. You may have more than one blood in your program, but they
yeah,
they they say it can be done right, but it's got to be done with control of the full thing and all the puppies embarked and all the COIs. You need to know where they're at. You need to know
mhm.
the results and to do and to get these extreme features and think you can pull off an inbreeding and things like that without embark. It's insanity, man. There's no way.
Yep. It's very helpful. It's very critical. It's very, very critical in this breeding process. In 2024, MBAR testing is
Yeah.
very much needed, man.
It's so
It's too much
accessible. It's
access
so accessible.
at our. That's what I was about to say. So it's so accessible to us right now,
Mhm.
and especially I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I just feel like anytime I sell a puppy for $4,000, $5,000, you got to cover yourself, man. If you know what I'm saying, if you not embark testing your dog, man, if my customer leave here with a $4,000, $5,000 puppy and that motherfucker don't live to see 18 months because it died from a health structure, I feel like I'm
Yeah.
obligated to do something.
Right.
Come back over here. I got something off my next litter. It may be the last big pup, but it may be free to you. If now you want a certain big pup, I might let you spend a little money, but goddamn, I ain't gonna
Well,
take
look,
my
even
out.
even
I'm
even
gonna
to
look
the
for
even to rewind that same tape, if you're embarking the mom and the dad, the sire and the dam,
you. Don't even have
you
to
ain't
worry about it.
gonna have to
That's
worry
why.
about pulling in and paying for
Listen,
puppies
Yeah.
and getting money back and
Yeah.
replacing dogs because you know
Yeah.
what you're putting in and what what you're mixing together,
you
and then
know
you can
what's gonna
prevent it.
change the game. That's what's gonna change
Yeah.
the game, though,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Embark testing is gonna take the goddamn fake breeders away from the serious
Yeah.
breeders. Because at the end of the day, if I'm gonna spend my $4,000, $5,000, I want some insurance. Embark
Yeah.
testing is the fucking insurance.
It
I like that.
is the assurance.
I
It's
like
the
that.
insurance, the
Embark testing is
assurance.
the
Like it's
insurance. It's the insurance. Or I want to gamble over here with my $4,000 or $5,000 that I might be buying a health. I might be crashing that I don't even know I'm too educated in the dog game in the dog community right now to take that. I rather take my chance with some that's embark test. So you just answer this question right here, honestly. All of us, if you got to start over right now in the bully community. Right now, all your dogs gone, taken from you. You ain't got nothing, but you got $10,000 right now. What you gonna buy?
I ain't gonna buy nothing that ain't embark.
Exactly. With what you know right now, what you gonna buy? With the
yeah.
knowledge that you
Yeah.
have right now, what are you gonna buy?
Yeah. I'd be asking for, both parents embarks clear,
Man,
and that's
okay.
baseline. That's baseline.
So what you think gonna change the bully community? Why y'all think I've been screaming it? Sometimes
Dedication to
people
the breed over
you got
yourself.
to break it all the way down to people. People thinking about why people getting out the game. Cause shit, it's hard to sell puppies right now. It's hard to sell puppies right now. I don't care who
Yeah.
you are, what you got.
There's a
It's hard to
saturation you're
sell
dealing with.
puppies right
Yeah.
now.
You got too many youngsters out here just worried about that bag.
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh,
But
yeah.
when
And
you
so
Freaking
you
money.
got
goddamn it,
people scared to
when
spend big money.
when
Yeah.
That's all it is.
you make yourself different,
Different, right?
Yeah.
that little that
There you
costs
go.
$109 a puppy. When you take that $109 a puppy and spend that every puppy, that's when you serious. It gonna show the people that's serious and the people that's not. I
Yeah.
promise you.
And
Yeah.
I get it. Look, some people got 20 dogs on their yard. They don't want to go back and embark every dog and they got. But what you do
Every
is when
time you get a deposit, you need to goddamn spend that 109.
yeah, but
You automatically know 109 got to come out that deposit.
but when you got a breeding coming up, go ahead and get them dogs embarked, man. You know what I'm saying? It's worth it, man. You got big
It is.
plans. You think you putting together
You
this dog. You think it's
trying
gonna be a breeding for the books, man. Go ahead and do it. It's to get both of them done. It's less than $300, man.
Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you,
Yep.
that investment, it take again, just like we talked about earlier, takes out that mystery. And so at this point, that the dogs that
You
you're
actually
producing, they're not going to have things like ataxia, my personal favorite. Um,
What's that?
they're not going to have these lingering issues that, or double copies of things. It's just,
What's
it just takes out.
Adam on,
Again,
Amanda?
huh?
What's
really
Adam on,
just
man?
Uh,
Adam said something about not answering. He's
we
on us.
Well,
bantered, or is embark testing important? Uh, slow bloods, fast bloods. I think that leaves favorite XL stud. Adam, is that the question you
no.
think I
He put
managed to
on.
forget?
Look at Raul Fagundes is on here too, man. He said, how many top breeders even
Yeah.
know how to
Yeah. That's what he
interpret a
said.
DNA test?
they
Precisely.
not they
But
not
it's up to people like us in the community to raise the
to
bar.
demand that.
Mhm.
To
When
raise
you
the
raise
bar.
the
Yep.
bar and demand that, so what you gonna spend? What you rather spend? You rather take your chance on buying a puppy that could die 7, 8 months, 11, 12, 13 months old, it's dead.
Yeah,
But you don't spend $4,000-$5,000 for this puppy.
absolutely.
Man, you've been beat. But if I know I bought a healthy puppy, I can look at the paperwork and they tell me this is a healthy puppy. I had taken my chance with that all the way around the world
Man,
for
it's all fun. It's all
$4,000-$5,000
fun and games until you spend $6,000-$7,000 on a dog that's a ghost Merle.
Man, I'm trying to tell
And
you.
then you're like, you know what? This would go great. This try right here would go great with my little Merle I got. And then you put them together, and you got all
Yeah,
these blind dogs, deaf
yeah,
dogs. You got kidney problems, and all this
Heart
stuff.
All that.
murmurs. Yeah. It's just like, God dang it. Bum
How did this
tickers,
happen?
Well,
skin conditions. It's like,
when
shh.
when you know better,
That's
you
right.
do better.
That's
When you
right,
know
man.
better, you do better, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When we supposed to be ethical breeders, man. It's up to us to breed better.
Mm-hmm.
Why we say it, but don't take full effect. I've been saying the embark testing, man. That's it. That's gonna separate the people that's out here bullshitting and the people that's out here really, really care about what they doing with these dogs.
Yeah.
absolutely.
And look, if you got big programs already, just do it one breeding at a time.
That's
Because
it.
if mom and
You
dad is
got to start
embarked, I don't have
somewhere.
to embark every single puppy right away. I mean, they've got 8 to 10 weeks before I get rid of them anyway. I'll do a few here,
Mm-hmm.
a few there, take my picks out of it. If these are my keepers, I can do them later. Or whatever. You can
Right.
break it down however you got to do it, justify it however you got to do it. But you can't sell a puppy that's not embarked, and to do a breeding and it's way better for you, man. That's what it is. At the end of the day, it's not just for everybody else. It's for me too. I feel like it's an advantage for me.
Yeah,
Man,
Yeah.
this dog breeding, man, it requires a serious jacket. When you put that jacket on, you just can't take that jacket off, man. It's a serious jacket, man.
Facts.
It's a real responsibility, man. I'm talking about these dogs, man. They just think about it, man. These dogs require everything that we give them.
yeah,
They can't go out there and goddamn go get a glass of water. You know what I'm saying? They can't
Yeah.
go get a goddamn scoop of food.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Every
saying?
plan.
Everything they fucking get, we give it to them. Medication, we give it to them.
Yep.
Everything, supplements, we give it to them. It's nothing that these puppies and dogs can go out and get on
Yeah.
their own.
And again, and I've said this a million times, it's either all about the dogs or it's about
yeah.
nothing at all.
It's got to be. If
You know
you're
what I'm
not
saying?
for the right reason,
Man.
man, then get out. And Jerry James, like I know you're watching, and we talked about a lot of people getting out.
Yeah.
And it's people that really aren't in it for the right reason because a source of income it might become, and that's but don't ever assume that it's going to become a source of income. Really get into it
I,
for the dogs and keep it about the dogs.
I don't see myself ever getting out.
Yeah.
I just don't. I maybe see myself even if I just have less amount of dogs. You know what I'm saying? But to get out, I don't know. That's a hard one to say right there.
Yeah.
When people say they're getting out, that means they're like we're expecting income. Honestly, like getting out of what? You don't get out of being a pet owner, so it becomes
Right.
something different. So getting out, like people will say that all the time, and then I'll see that they have a breeding banner the next week, and it's like,
What they really mean? Because like if anything, I slow down on breeding. You know what I'm saying? But it's still gonna be some dog shit. You
yeah,
feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
pick up
Like
what you can afford and
I
make
don't see
it.
my life without having dogs. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see that happen.
Yeah, no, not at all, ever.
Look at
Yeah.
how Rogue was posted.
Hey,
It
why
is
were
market
so?
correction. That's right. Raul was saying, he's like, I love the fact that a lot of people are getting out with their asses kicked. Yes. And it's technically it's a market correction. If you got in this haphazardly, then you're getting your ass handed to you, and that's why you're getting out. And I do agree with that. There's a lot of expectations that They feel like the reward is going to
Right.
be like right off the
So
bat. You get some
yeah,
dogs, you throw them together, and then you make a bunch of money. And the one thing that, again, this is where mentors come into
Right.
play, is that a mentor would look at you and be like, "Are you
Yeah.
nuts?" Be like, first of all, you
You thought
lucky to
somebody
break
been doing this 10,
even.
20 years. You was going to jump in and make better decisions than
right.
they made and
And
be
that
the top of the
Yeah,
top of the
that
top and have grand champions
no,
everywhere and make $100K a year
yeah,
right off the bat.
Yes.
And then you
and
didn't do
I'm,
it. And
yeah,
you,
I'm gonna
you
be
know,
honest
invested
with
your
you.
whole 10 grand and now you're ready to quit.
I'm
precisely.
gonna
And
be
because you
honest
expect
with
to get
you.
that money back, and the
That's
thing is,
why
no, it goes right back into your program. That's the thing. It's like
that is
if most of your profit doesn't go immediately back into your program, you're already doing it wrong.
right. But that do y'all know? Do y'all feel like that's one of the reasons why mentors not willingly ready to mentor?
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. You got to be willing to listen.
Yeah,
Be respectful.
yeah,
And they done tried like the vets 15 to 20 years in the game. They probably feel like they already been us already. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They have experienced this shit so much to where at 15 years in the game, I give up.
yeah.
But I hope by 15 years in the game, I see a big difference to where I can see where at least I blaze that fucking trail.
Yeah,
That's all the expectation I see, man. If I
yeah.
see why I get older and I see these young kids, they coming through here with these dogs and they popping they shit, man, I'll just feel like, man, I was a part of waking up these people in the
Oh,
South, man.
yeah.
They got some real dogs, they got some real emotion, and they keeping this
Mhm.
shit alive, man. And that's what it's all about, man.
Yeah. If we left it better than what we came in it,
Yes.
we did our
Exactly.
part and reach one, teach
Exactly.
one. This is what we do.
Yep.
Hildry, this is what you do. Raul, this is what you do. Educating the community. This right here is really gearing the community in the right direction, I believe, and that's why we do it every week. And so I appreciate everyone viewing in. And Hildry, man, I love it. Like, let's continue. But man, I just want to put that piece out there. Like, man, this
Oh,
is
for
good.
real. Yeah.
Man, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for having me too. It's been nothing but love too, man. I appreciate
I
y'all for
Yeah.
real.
appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Oh,
ain't
yeah.
finna hold y'all out because y'all already know me. I sit here and talk with y'all all damn night. But
Oh, we would.
we gotta get up out here
Oh
again.
yeah,
But
we
like I say,
will.
133
I'm not
Kennels,
trying to get
man.
off. We
We
will.
we appreciate y'all,
Oh, puppy
man. Hey,
dog.
like I
Yeah.
said. Hey, man, October 26th is going down. So anybody
Yeah.
got, hey, they free October 26th is going down. Canton, Mississippi, 501 Soldier Colony Road. This is the place to be, man. Y'all know y'all invited, so y'all come on, pop out with us, man.
Absolutely.
I want to say that's 3 sanctioned shows and then 1 fun.
Yep, 3
That's
sanctioned shows, 1 crazy fun show, about a 60 plus class fun show because I got to add a few classes to the already stacked and full fun show. But it's gonna be fun. It's a big tournament. 1 winner, 1 big trophy, but it's about 6 trophies to win.
Boy.
It's a trophy for every class. It's about 5 different classes, so 1 big winner out of every class move on. So it's gonna be fun and exciting. So. Caleb, I think you played in it last year, so you know a little bit
Yeah,
about it.
man. Hey, we'll be there this year too. We plan on it, man. For sure. Hey, great
It looks
show.
like
We've
you're
been there the last 2
getting
years.
mauled.
Hey,
You're getting
2
mauled back there,
years we've
Michael.
been
I
there.
know it.
Y'all show up to Hildry's show. Hey, and then
Yeah.
Monday through Thursday, tune in. Hildry, it's on your personal page. Hildrey Glover,
Yep.
133 channels, of course. But yeah, Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. till whenever.
Whenever.
But man,
Because again, he'll talk to us until he can't.
Yeah,
yeah, so
because
4 days a
I'll
week.
talk. I ain't gonna lie. I'll talk. So, especially if I got somebody engaged
Oh,
with me, we just gonna talk. We gonna talk. We gonna talk
Mm-hmm.
dogs and whatever you got going through, we'll talk about that and we'll get some personal information from people that's listening to the live that may get you some pointers or some different
Absolutely.
points of view. That's what it's about. It's only about helping each other in the bullet community and let people know that we have people that we can
There we
reach out to and get good information from.
Yep. Oh, absolutely. And if anybody listening to this right now, definitely, like, comment, share. I know we'll be sharing this live again as soon as it's concluded, so that way you have the link at hand. YouTube won't let me upload it yet, but it will be uploadable. I think tomorrow is when it officially lets me pull it from Facebook onto the YouTube channel. So if you guys don't have the YouTube channel, definitely let me
Go
see if I
check
can. I'm
y'all
gonna
out.
post. I'm gonna post that up right now. As a matter of
I
fact.
appreciate all of y'all, man. It's always a pleasure.
All right,
Yeah. All
man. Appreciate y'all too,
I
man.
appreciate everyone that viewed in tonight. All loves. Thank y'all.
For sure. Y'all have a good night.
Talk to you soon. You guys take care.
All right, you guys.